Hello Internet!
This is PiouPiou
And this is Azrod.
and we're here to show you how to live differently and be happy without capitalism.
If we are really pragmatic with the term, it's more with less capitalism. We have repurposed the bird cage for the chameleon.
On y va! Tétine, Hansa! Because goats use violence as a normal conversation tool, we use violence with them too, by screaming at them and pushing them with our hands. But really, it's less violence than Susie puncturing with her horns the jugular of her friends because she's attached to a tree.
Come on, you old goat. You can advance. Even there.
Come, Hansa, come!
Even if it's a thorny way. PiouPiou was really kind of lending me their shoes, but as you can see, there are a lot of spine and I'm barefooted.
Guess what? 3 of our pair of shoes broke down since we've been here, and we've been here for a month. So now we're trying to go barefoot.
We are trying to have a kind of a daily routine. Basically, either we stay uphill and we try to flatten part of the land so that we can install the chicken coop.
Or we go downhill to the Mas Brûlé to cook using gas, because uphill we use fire and our own wheel, and to collect water at a maybe safe river. As you can see, we have magnificent goat harness. We have some skills now, but we won't share how we got the skills. And this is where we gather our water. Also, the goat can drink from this water, this river, and also clean ourselves here, because water is good. How will the goat cross the river? Come on, Susie! Come on! You can do it! Skipper, maybe? Yeah! Bravo, Skipper! C'est bien! Bravo, Skip! C'est bien! C'est bien! What about you, Susie? What are you doing, Azrod?
Filling the jug of water.
And Susie just made it across the river! Congrats, Susie! This water hasn't been tested yet. However, this river fills up only when it rains. Did you know that these days, most water, even water that you buy in store in plastic bottles, are contaminated with PFFAs? Permanent plastic, in other terms. One way to maybe get rid of them, but it's not even sure, is to boil the water for a certain amount of time. Permanent plastic tend to gather up in the human body, and we're not sure that our body can really get rid of them, so they may just be in our cell for a long time.
In fact, if your biological sex is male and you find yourself a bit small in some area of your body, it may or may not be because of plastics. Why do we think it's better if we try to think as solar punks to drink this water rather than the one you can get on the grid? So if you know how purification of water works in most cities, usually you pour a lot of fluor inside of it because it's useful to maintain human teeth. And aside from that, you basically eradicate most of the microorganisms that can live inside of it, just to be safe. Which isn't that bad, because at least there is a purification, so there is that. But you also have plastics, for example, but also other forms of pollution we didn't think of when we designed the city, because we didn't thought that they will withstand this much population.
Something that's really nice about this water is that it's kind of fresh. It's near its starting point, so it hasn't traveled that much, so we reduce the risk of human pouring pollutant in this water, because a lot of companies do that. That's bad, I know. There is life like growing in this water. We find tadpoles, there is a lot of frogs, there is lots of insects, so it's a really nice biodiversity setup, and it's not there all year round, so it's really amazing to see just how life comes at some time of the year. Moreover, did you know that your gut is full of statutory life, and feeding them something that's completely dead and sterile can be kind of poor. Really, nutrition food and foods that can really help your stomach floor are food that usually are fermented, such as yogurt, such as cheese, such as kombucha, such as pain au levain, c'est
sourdough bread.
Such as sourdough bread. To feed yourself, you get the help of your intestinal flora. Your intestinal flora is a bunch of different bacteria and yeast in your gut, basically, that will help decompose what you eat, and you will be able to feed from what you've eaten more easily. And this can be killed. That's why, for example, when you take antibiotics, you get some issue with your guts because you kill your intestinal flora and it needs to grow back. Moreover, did you know that at the time humans were forager, we had a lot more diverse gut system that we have today with our poor, dead diet of sterilized food. Because we have to carry our water uphill, we try to drink it as much as possible here so we don't lift so much weight. But this is still like 10 kilos of water, no, 10 liters of water, I think. Is that right?
Did you know 1 liter is equal to 1 kilo if you take in consideration water?
Kilo, I know.
So when we go downhill, we are trying to undo the chicken coop to make it again uphill. Also, the bottom of those cages has been collecting water, and now they are green. So it's interesting to see how much life there is around.
What are you doing?
Piou Piou, what are you doing?
I'm removing the plastic bits that attach the fence to the chicken coop.
So we have managed to get some of the greyage off.
And we're cooking some couscous with red beans.
We also added some kind of fresh cheese that was also something based off cheese.
A fresh old cheese.
What French would we be without a glass of wine? But it's a skull because...
In the shape of a skull.
Yes, because we are edgy, of course.
Before moving here, we bought 50 kilos of flour. We try to use it most days, but today we were sick of flour, so we made couscous, which is basically the same thing, but bigger.
So, to summarize, we are kind of autonomous regarding water, at least some part of the year. We are able to sustain ourselves pretty well with flour. The goats furnish us milk, so we have some animal protein.
And soon we're going to get chicks that produce eggs, because our 3 chicks don't really lay for now, but we really hope that we will get eggs soon. We also plan to add a potager, I think it's
garden.
A garden, yeah, and a verger, so it's the same but with fruit.
And as you can see, because we are still able to post video and film them, we are kind of autonomous using the solar panel and the solar battery, at least for now. Even if sometimes the solar battery decides that it doesn't work anymore and we are stuck.
We discovered that if you plug 2 cables to the battery, it kind of bugs out and don't really show the correct percentage of battery and dies like in a second. So you woke up one day feeling like, I'm gonna be able to charge my phone this morning, and no, you won't, and there is no sun, so bad luck.
But fortunately, these days there are a lot of sun. We better enjoy it before it becomes an issue. We love you and appreciate you. See you. Bye.